There I am. Hello, everyone. I know it's a super early morning stream, especially on a Sunday, but I literally woke up and was like, I gotta stream. I wanted to get this done earlier anyways, because hopefully my bandwidth holds out better. Also, sorry if my throat is all croaky. I'm trying to guzzle as much water as possible. But yeah, we're playing episode 3 of Scarlet Hollow on hardcore mode. So let's get started. Recap for episode 3. Yes, let me just take a quick sip of water. I'm gonna be taking frequent sips of water because yeah, my throat is a little bit hoarse right now. Don't you ever wish you could just scrape the back of your throat to just like clean it out? I'm sorry if that's gross, but just give us a recap of episode 2. Oh good, he's still here. Our little buddy Dustin. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I just remembered how episode 2 ended, which, as I said yesterday, I'm interested to see how that changes the story in the world. I don't want to hear complaints. Oh, sorry. 1 sec. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. It opens. Oh yeah, we got visited by Sybil. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. My name is Sybil. I'm a family friend. Just thought I should stop by to check in on you. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you steaming tea from her thermos. I love how she's banned, but there's still photos of her. Just don't make yourself a burden, alright? I have a lot to do today. Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? Sam Wayne fellow, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked. Got it? I don't want to disappear, too. And now we got visited by Sam. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before. Tabitha once again trails off. Before both she and Stella have noticed the girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina. Kanika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Jeez. My dad says our house is haunted. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. You can feel it in your chest like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light. Whoop, there we go. Mousy, are you alright? Oh wait, Beck and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. And yeah, then that happened. Oof, poor Rosalina. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Yeah, I honestly don't know if we are getting closer to Tabitha or not. Like, I'm trying to like be nice to her without being just a yes man, you know? Like, there is some shit she should be called out on. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed. your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Jeez Louise. Yeah, if I go quiet for several seconds, just know it's because I'm taking a drink of water, or I'm clearing my throat. Or my sinuses. Wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as your eyes flit open. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Let's take a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... mystical, think about Rosalina's shattered leg. Think about Gretchen. Think about Sybil. Think about Wayne. Think about someone special. Think about finally getting out of this hellhole. Let's do mystical. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume you. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. I just realized with that destroyed shower curtain, that floor is going to be soaked with water. Time to start your day. We really should have seen if we could have replaced that with something. Now let's check on Dustin, our little buddy. Oh, he has a friend! There's two of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name is... Oh, it's his mom!
Her name is Mom. She come to visit. Hi, Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin and her glass house empty.
Oh!
Thank you, human, for take care of my boy.
I love them! Mom, to your glass house. I had a rough night. Can you console me? Oh, they're my emotional support possums. Mom, to your glass house. Asshole squatter moved in.
Asshole squatter moved in. Kick Dustin, Mom out. Squatter tried to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but Squatter not evil. It just tried to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn.
Oh, I love them. I had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. Yes. If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature.
Oh, I love them. All right, goodbye, you two. Gotta go. Bye.
Okay. Ah.
They're so cute. See if Wayne's not creeping on us anymore. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. Let me just check something. Turn that down. Oh. I have one of those mics on a headset that's adjustable, so I'm trying to see what position it works best in. I think that's pretty good. Just make sure the game isn't overpowering me. There we go. I think that's good. I think that's a good balance. Anyways. It's the same view. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Enough with the closet. You turn back to the guest room. Message to the group chat. Pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Are you guys holding up? Last night was terrible. What's the game plan? I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. How are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before they get a response. I'm trying to... Oh, okay. I think for this, playthrough, let's try and focus on our relationship with Tabitha, and then in concurrent playthroughs, I'll like romance different characters and like see what their storylines are like. Done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Oh, there's Janie. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Hydration break. Also, don't be surprised if I have to take a break in the middle to go get some more water. Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being hot in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Girl, we've all been there. Bonjour, Frou. I live in the garden, right? The opossums in my dresser told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. Yeah. Bonjour, Frou. Ugh, bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm as an alpaca like they're people. To me, they kind of are. Yeah, nobody lives out in the garden, right? Gosh, I wouldn't know. Miss Tabitha won't let me touch the place. Nobody lives in the garden. Why are you even asking? I found this gory boot print in the garden yesterday. And now the dresser possums are telling me there's a squatter. Let's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna like tell anyone else about the possums. Let them have their piece. Look, I found this gory boot print in the garden yesterday. You showed Tabitha the photo of the boot print you took yesterday morning. Look, you're not wrong. That's definitely unsettling, but I don't think there's a squatter out there. Even if there was, I don't really have the time or energy or desire to go poking around out there. Gosh, you two sound a little heated. Is everything alright? We're fine, Janie. Alright then. Y'all just let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Now we're having ice cream for breakfast. Yeah, any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. Yee, that sucks. Her dad's lucky she's alive. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible has wound up happening, so you're coming with me. You can't just tell me Rosalina lost a foot and move on like it happened. Take her foot? Jesus, Tabitha, you're not mincing words. But I haven't had breakfast. You can't just take away my freedom like that. Yeah. Hold on, you can't just tell me that Rosalina lost a foot and move on from that like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone, it doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on. And let me assure you that what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. That kid was brave, and if it were up to me, we would have dragged her out of there and hoped for the best with those other two. Now shall we go, or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Yay, cousin bonding time! If that's what gets you to come along, sure, whatever, cousin bonding time. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything, I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Mossy, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Last night was a lot. Sorry Tabitha's so mean to you. Yeah, again, let's go mystical. Last night was an unavoidable tragedy, but I'm afraid there's more to come. Oh dear, that sounds just awful. Have you considered stopping by the church at some point this week? My husband's the pastor, and he's been going absolutely stir crazy since we moved here, well, with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Having a priest on speed dial seems handy. Sounds wonderful. Thank you for the offer. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer. Offer. Yeah, with everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy. Having a pastor on speed dial is always handy. Debatable. And my Daniel is a wonderfully talented pastor. Also debatable. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Hydration break. Maybe I should have made myself a nice hot mug of tea before the stream, but it's fine. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? For everything that's happened the past few days. So let's just go on an errand. Yeah, what are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. You drink tea? Yeah, you drink tea? Yeah, whatever. I do a lot of stuff you don't know about. It helps me relax. Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exists shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep calling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. True strength is not being afraid to show when you're struggling. True strength comes from being able to crush your emotions into a tiny ball. You gotta get stronger if you do not fight. I mean, that and also, yeah, I'll go with this one. True strength is not being afraid to show when you're struggling. Being able to pick things up and put them down doesn't make you an expert on strength of character. The only people who think it's admirable to show a soft underbelly are those who have been lucky enough to not wind up with a dagger in their heart. Jesus, Tabitha, who hurt you? One day that luck inevitably runs out, Mossy. Come on already, let's go. Oh, hey, Avery! Yeah, but he's here every day, and I know he comes in to see you every now and then, so I hardly think Mr. Tremaine not coming into the diner for one day is something to worry about. Well, if you say so, see you around, Sybil. You have a good one, dear. Oh, Tabitha, long time no see. Feels like you never make it all the way down to Main Street. Okay. Hey, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I just want you to know that all of us over at the diner really feel for you. Anything you need, just let us know, okay? What? The stranger nods politely and then leaves without saying another word. Man, Avery's so cool. I love them. They're so awesome. Who the hell was that? Don't you live here? I should be asking you who people are. Apparently they're from the diner? I don't know. Probably no one important. Jeez, that's harsh. Yeah, don't you live here? I should be asking you who people are. I guess? Anyways, it's not important. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Mossy, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Man, I do miss having the, I think it's called Observant. the observant trait because then I can eavesdrop on their conversation. Yeah, is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Simple motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappeared into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Yeah, let's try and listen in. You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Subtle. Longer than you'd hope, but... Sybil pauses, and a moment later you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resumed their discussion. Their voices are too soft for you to hear. It isn't long before the tinkling of bells interrupts your attempted listening session to announce another patron. Oh, hey! Or in this case, another 2 patrons. Well! You've never seen the man beside Duke before, but whoever he is big. Yeah, no shit. If it ain't Mossy. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. They were there with me that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mossy. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. How's Birdie doing? Things have gotten worse. Yeah, how's Birdie doing? Oh, she's hanging in there. Managed to cut that little critter out of her and stitch her back up, but she ain't happy about her situation. We got her set up in a closet with a heat lamp. Been trying to feed her all her favorite foods. Scrambled eggs. Wait, can chickens eat? I don't know anything about raising chickens. Do they regularly eat eggs? Scrambled eggs and whatnot, but she hasn't been too interested. At least she's not out in them woods. Yeah, how have you been? Are you hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. Now that we know what's been getting at the chickens, them things won't so much as step foot on my property. Not with Bo and me watching the perimeter with our shotguns at the ready. We even set the missus up with her pistol. Good thing we were watching. Nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. As if he could have carried off a nearly 2,000-pound pumpkin on his own. I'd almost love to see him try. Who's Julius? It's not like we'll be taking her to the state fair anyway. Now all she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. I don't think Mama has a tin big enough for Big Betty-sized pie daddy. Yeah, who's Julius again? Oh, Tremaine. Julius Tremaine. Practically spits the name. Some cousin, however many times removed, though I don't claim him as kin. He owns the farm next to ours, except he doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property is whose. Thinks he owns half our land, always sneaking around and taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him, saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss, and he knows it too. Stealing vegetables born of other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. Yeah, those things we saw on Monday are apparently called ditchlings. They're supposed to be a bad omen. Ditchlings? Sounds like some old folk tale. Suppose that suits them. As for being an omen, I believe that too. But I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarned in some kind of disaster, besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Mossy. Have you seen any of them around your farm? Yeah, we saw a few of those critters. They got scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little buggers. We've all been losing sleep, making sure we can keep an eye on things. It's even rubbing off on the hens. None of the little ladies have been laying this week. No, Daddy. I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. I was gonna say, there's a YouTube channel. I can't remember the name. It's a guy just making videos about his homestead, and he has some, like, guard dogs. I think they're called guardian dogs, something like that. But you could use a few of them. This seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now don't you start again. We ain't getting a dog. I got mouths to feed, and as much as you say you'll take responsibility, I know it'd be me cleaning up after it. Besides, I don't have much faith those things would be stopped by a dog. I saw more than a few in that nest. Yeah, things have gotten worse. I did hear whispers about what happened up at the mines last night. So sorry to hear about that poor little Rosalina. Scarlet Hollow ain't so safe this week, it would seem. Yeah, it was nice seeing you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, Mossy, but we'd best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. It was nice meeting you, Mossy. Please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. That's cool. I hope they're in the game more. Now that we saved Duke on this run, they shuffle off into the aisles. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. If y'all want, you can swing by. Otherwise, meet at library and figure out plan. I think I'm good. Just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at library. Tabitha sure is taking her time in there. Ooh, what do we do? I do want to hang out with Stella or check in on Oscar, but I also want to prioritize Tabitha's, like, my relationship with Tabitha. I guess this is why replayability is a thing. Let's just wait for Tabitha. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. Hydration break. I wish I hadn't run out of honey yesterday. I would love hot mug of tea with honey in it. Sounds great right now. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Duke and Bo continue to shop. So, did you hear about how Rosalina's doing? No, Oscar apparently posted on Facebook about it. You seem ancient enough to have a Facebook account. Why don't you check it yourself? I'm not your little newsboy. She lost her foot, Miles. Shit, really? I think Rosalina's cooler than I thought. Ugh. The apathy of teenagers. Miles returns to his phone. How are your tailings going? Hey, hurry up in there. You doing okay, buddy? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. Yeah, being on a phone 24/7 is weird. Whatever. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. Kinda expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. Miss out on cousin bonding time? I'm too scared to do that. Yeah, I'm not eager to leave your side. Family is important. No one else in town interests me. I feel like family is important is like the best dialogue option to go with, but I would 100% go with miss out on cousin bonding time. But yeah, let's just go with family is important. Like I said, I'm trying to get into Tabitha's good graces on this playthrough. Family is important. I'm not just going to ditch you. That's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it to practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. I've got a couple of hours to spare. Well, pick us up some sodas when you can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Same. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. Scarlet's owned most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees, just more convenient, no? I thought the estate was your secret lair. Yeah, that seems sinister. It's just easier that way. Now come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Is this like your secret house? You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? Kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha, why don't you just live here instead of in the manor house? Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. Though this home gives the appearance of being lived in, with its furniture and lack of dust, it feels nearly as empty and barren as the estate. There's no soul in this place, only the dream of one. I've been in places like that. It's usually like cheap housing or apartments and stuff, where it's like, this doesn't feel lived in. This does not feel like a home. This feels... It's a place that you sleep at, but not a home. Talk about Tabitha, talk about your relationship, ask about the people in town. Yeah, so that ghost hunt thing is still happening. Huh, really? Stella will be there. Ah! I saw that little smile, Tabby. So will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again. But yeah, okay, count me in. Ah! Holy shit, that's an actual genuine, not awkward smile. I think we're breaking through her shells, guys. So that tea you picked up. Do you ever get to travel? Do you like living here? Yeah, do you ever get to travel? No. Before I took over, Pearland was too busy to take me anywhere. Then when she retired and I became head of the company, I wound up in the same boat. It's not like anyone can fill in for you when you run everything. I'd like to go to the Outer Banks one day, but I guess I'll have to wait until I retire. If I ever do. You've never left Scarlet Hollow? Maybe when the week is over we can go to the beach together. Yeah, you've never left Scarlet Hollow? You act like it's weird. Traveling is difficult and stressful. I've seen vacation movies, something always goes wrong. So even if I had a day off, why would I want to spend it driving somewhere when I could spend it actually relaxing? I don't need to see some windy rock or even the beach. It just doesn't seem worth all the hassle. Yeah, can we try some of the tea you picked up? It smells nice. Nope, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Yeah, do you like living here? Like I said, it's the only thing I know. You don't need to have lived somewhere else to know if you like it here. Yeah. I respectfully disagree. Everything in life requires context to properly understand. And I don't have context here. Seems a bit critical from someone who gave me a hard time for being from the city. For reals. Actually, yeah. You don't need context to know if you like living somewhere. Are you happy? Generally? No, I'm not. But I'm happy you're here. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Pearland drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. What would you want to do if you weren't here? You never got a chance to live your own life. You always just give the mines to me, like trading places sort of thing. I moved here with everything's... What if I moved here with after everything's said and done? Things are bad everywhere. You should just leave. Yeah, I'm sorry you never got a chance to live your own life. It's fine. Not many people get that opportunity. I mean, do you truly live your own life, or do you live a life chained by obligations to other people, who in turn live their lives, which are bound by yet another set of chains? On and on it goes. Nobody is free. I disagree. You can drop everything and move to a different city. Like, move somewhere else. You can start over at any point if you actually wanted that. I've done it many times. Yeah, why do you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history? This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. Yeah, that makes sense. So our family, what was Perlan like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was my mom's twin. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day, from what I've heard. Berlan was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? How did she die? Did you two get along? Yeah, did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. Alright, how did she die? Sleep apnea. Alright. What was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. That sucks. Anyone in town have... Does no one in this town have two parents? Another member of the Deadbeat Dads Club. Sounds like he was a real loser, yeah. Hey, another member of the Deadbeat Dads Club. Scarlet women are just too strong for most men. Our moms are better off without them, I'm sure. Any other family members? Yeah, can you tell me about any other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us? Or her upbringing? Fine. I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Perlan and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Eddie, ran the mom before Perlan, then Perlan took over. Now here I am, following in her footsteps. What was Grandma Eddie like? Yeah, what was Grandma Eddie like? Did you know her? Tabitha is quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. Yeah, a matriarchal mining company seems unusual. The past couple generations were all women. That's just how the cards fell. And we'd never let some stranger jeopardize the company. Stays in the bloodline. Okay. Can't believe we're actually hanging out. What kind of things did Perlan tell you about me and my mom? I do really... Yeah, I can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. That's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? Still, the two of us are more alike than I thought we'd be. Must be in our blood. Now, what kind of things did Perlan tell you about me and my mom? All sorts of terrible things. She loved to talk about how destitute your mother was after leaving for Greenbrook. You were always a poor student troublemaker, constantly getting taken in by whatever terrible counterculture of the week was hip and trendy in the city. For what it's worth, I don't think any of it was true. You know what's funny? That is exactly what I was like as a teenager. Except for the counterculture thing, I've been stuck in my emo alt... Oh, sorry. My emo alt phase since I was like 14, but... Terrible student? Yes. Didn't get into a lot of trouble though, but that's just because I have terrible anxiety and hate authority figures. Well, except for you being a troublemaker. Yeah, what do you really think of me? You're better than asking me for validation, I'll say that much. Are we really related? You're a better person than you let on. Yeah, you're a better person than you let on. I'm not a good person, Mossy. Okay. I know I've already asked, but now that we're hanging out, can you tell me... Yeah, what's the deal with you and Stella? I know I've already asked, but can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella now that we're hanging out? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and... Anyway, Perlan didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go steady, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Perlan made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. I'm into her, is that cool? Hang out with her again, it's not like Perlan can stop you. Yeah, you should hang out with her again. It's not like Perlan can stop you, and she misses you. Tabitha takes another sip of her cream soda, avoiding eye contact. I guess. There isn't anything standing between us anymore. That hadn't really occurred to me yet. I don't think she liked me now. Law has changed. I haven't been very kind to her. I don't think I can fix that. Still, it'd be nice to try. You catch the hint of a smile at the edge of her lips before she tamps it back down into her trademark scowl. Get you in with Kanika. You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? Yeah, for real, dude. I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. Yeah, are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Yeah, sorry, it's a sore spot for me. You can trust me, at some point this week you're going to have to stop brushing off everything that's happening around town. Yeah, dude, the man is stalking me. It's fine. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I don't need to dig up painful memories to make sure of that. Do you want me to try and get you in with Kanika? Please. If she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have a dignity, Mossy. Okay. Yeah, do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her. But I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Yeah, why did you hire Janie? Pearl Ann hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. Alright, the police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. Oh, that's great. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Probably have to get back to the mine soon. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird, foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. It's Mayor Jimmy Day? Ugh, what a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. And if Stella's gonna be there? Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Sick. I can fix her! Spend some quality time with Tabitha. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. Kind of nervous. Oh, Jesus. What's a good Karen voice? Excuse me, Miss Scarlet? I'm just gonna do an updated version of her voice. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be your mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mind collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have her foot amputated. That could have been my child. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. You shouldn't talk to your daughter like that. It's bad parenting. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go into the mine. Of course he was demoted. You're here complaining about your husband being demoted. Rosalie is permanently injured. You're lucky your daughter didn't get herself killed last night. I mean, I kind of want to do powerful build, but yeah. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go into that mine. Of course he was demoted. I'm right here. Even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if the entrance to that mine was actually secured. They'll be held to pay Tabitha Scarlet. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There were signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. Karens, Jesus Christ. The woman storms off just as quickly as she'd stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang out around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha's eyes straightening up. Her scowl returns. Keep an eye on Stella for me until tonight. She is a loose cannon, and I want eyes on her before she causes any other trouble this week, okay? Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. I'm gonna take a quick break and go get some more water. Yep. And we're back. Got more water. Took a little bathroom break. There we go. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in a corner of the main foyer. You actually came. I thought you might have missed my text. I was about to try calling. Surprised to see you here, Mossy. I half expected you to have skipped town. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Mossy to the mayor for like the entire time I've known them. Damn, I don't know why, like, it's not like my sinuses, but, like, back of my throat is so raw today. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. Oh, he is so cute. He is the goodest boy. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's oh! I just realized I can talk to him now! I keep forgetting that. But yeah, I can actually talk to the mayor now. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met the serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he is the mayor's handler. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Oh! It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. I knew he'd be a dog. Yeah, it's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but this burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. I knew he'd be a dog. And what bearing does that have on anything? Oh, did Tabby ruin it for you? This town's had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog is a close fifth, no contest. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. Something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Okay, we've met the mayor. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmur stirs in the... Oh, yeah, that's right. And the crowd behind you as you relay the dangers to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. Can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mining faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Wow, this dog sure is... He sure keeps up with the news. And is very, actually, mayoral. How do you know what's going on? So you know there are monsters laying eggs in local animals and you're going to just let it happen? Yes, let's say that in front of the entire town. Yeah. You're very well spoken. I see how you got elected. Not just fancy words that get you elected, human. It's hard work, dedication, and that unspoken charisma that carries a true leader to victory. Scraps and Daisy put up a good fight, but I just had something they lacked. The humans knew it, the dogs knew it. Well, most of the dogs. There's still a few hearts I never won. Alright, you've had your turn with the mayor. Now move along and keep the line going. And by the way, I know you were up at the mine collapse last night. I may be off duty, but I'd be remiss if I didn't let you know that I've got my eyes on you. All of you. Let's hope the rest of your stay in town is a little less conspicuous. As if you could threaten me. Are you a cop? I haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, exactly. Lady Liberty may be blind, but that don't mean she doesn't see everything. Your big city tricks won't work out here, kid, so watch it.
Mossy, Deputy Franklin is a cop, just in case you didn't know.
I got that sense. Stella and Kanika quickly shuffle out of the room ahead of you, leaving you to follow. Fine, follow them. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, it's the pastor. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. Oh, this poor guy. Maybe he just has really bad, like, cosmic karma.
I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Mossy? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now.
I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. We both know Pearl Ann's in hell. I don't believe in an afterlife. Oh, thank God. I've been hoping to find a priest. Do you know anything about ghosts? You mentioned this morning. The bastard cares more about tourism than this town. Yeah, I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful.
Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead.
Yeah, Janie mentioned you this morning.
That woman's the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch.
Hey, do you know anything about ghosts?
Ghosts?
I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing.
Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her?
I think we need an exorcism. Dang, I thought you might have some good ghost stories. No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I can understand that. It isn't. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. There were ghosts in the mines last night. There's been a lot of supernatural stuff happening the last few days. I trust Oscar. You should come ghost... You know? Why not? You should come ghost hunting with us tonight, then, and prove it's not haunting. The blood drains from his face and he gulps nervously. Oh, I promised my daughter we would watch VeggieTales tonight, so I'm afraid I have plans. Hell yeah, VeggieTales. I love VeggieTales. I guess I technically was raised not Christian, but like religious, but I fucking love VeggieTales. But let me know if you see anything strange. I'd love to hear your account of this supposed haunting. In fact, here's my card. He has you a business card. Call me if you need me. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try and be nice to the preacher in this one. I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. Of course. If you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. That sounds lovely, thank you. Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine, not really religious. Yeah, that sounds lovely, thank you. Really? Oh, that's great. Sorry, I just don't usually get positive responses when I ask folks if they want to come up to the church. Anytime that works for you, just swing by. I'm sure I'll be around. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, Mossy. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Also, hydration break. Oh my god. Rosalina. Can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems high in spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad. She's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. Tabitha told me what happened this morning. We're here for you, man. I should have done more for her. Yeah, we're here for you, man. Thank you. All of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taken my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there had been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the bed, so I had to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place and Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out. And she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple times and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the power of friendship on our side. Oh, that's what I get for streaming early. You always call the pastor. Yeah, yeah, don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see y'all then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Oh, hey, Mossy, we made dinner plans with our pal Reese yesterday. I'm sure his mom will be totally fine with an extra guest. Will she? Absolutely, and maybe we can even get him to come ghost hunting with us. Tabitha did ask you to keep an eye on Stella. Dinner is an easy way to do that. Oh no, you're not going to try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we just play it by ear. Anyway, shall we? Time to go. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he found so many. He and Janie keep trying to make me go to church. I met him. He has been met. I have no opinions on the man. Everyone should be nicer to him. He seems like a good man. Sometimes you've got to trust your gut. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. He's not normal. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Yeah, I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him seems like excessive. Unnaturally excessive. I know this is a little weird coming from me, but not everything in town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed. We're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. So about the mayor? I like the cut of his jib. It's good to see someone willing to keep things orderly. He's corrupt. I'm not sure we can count on his support. Well, of course not. He's a dog. Oh yeah, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her? Even after last night? Of course you did. I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Still, last night was a disaster. For all we know, Tabitha just escalated things. Kanika sighs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. I don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show and the two of you will finally get along. Alright, let's head to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. And hydration break. I think my throat's finally starting to feel a little better. You find yourself in front of what must be Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Ooh, I wonder what kind of vibes we'll get since we have the mystic trait when we meet Reese. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. Wait, Stella, before we go in there, you told Mossy about Reese's situation, right? What, his art? Oh, the illness thing. Oop, gonna burp. No, we've been a little busy for small talk. You know, with all the scary events going on. God, this has been such a long week already. Well, like Stella said, Reese has an illness, and Dr. Kelly is really serious about it, so please don't make her mad or she'll yell at us. Oh, hey, Reese. Door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Mossy, right? Stella told me you were coming. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought an uninvited guest. Great. Hello again, Mossy. Let's just get this over with. Geez, okay. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. He won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. This is the basement of a tortured artist. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Jesus. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. So has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Where you stick with your art? It's quite a moving collection. Yeah, so has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement.
Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights?
The dog isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Yeah, what do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never take the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that what you texted me, that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Wow, they're really good. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Oh, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. I agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you know anything about this Wayne guy who's been following me? Who? That sick weirdo who keeps coming in. That sick weirdo who keeps coming to the general store? He's been following you, Mossy? Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Yeah, Kanika's right, your mom is scary. One sec. Kanika's right, your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. Not gonna flirt with Reese, not in this one. She's kind of hot? No way. Yeah, I still don't like Dr. Kelly in this playthrough. Or really, any playthrough. She's controlling. Did you know she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to casting you down on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Yeah, your whole situation's gotta be rough, sorry. Thanks. I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. Yeah, you haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time, or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else. And I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. I'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys. But you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. It must be something the doctors can do for you. It'll all just be worms one day. Just gotta make the best of what we've got. Yeah, what's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though the answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it is just weird, like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Yee. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Yeah, so you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K through 12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you, the way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Sorry, I'm having a thought. Do you think maybe... Huh. I mean, spoilers for episode 4, but do you think maybe, Tabitha could sense what Reese actually is? Either that or maybe Pearl Ann just told her to stay away from Reese, like... Something to consider. Same here. Though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. I don't want to put my voice through more than it has to, because it's starting to get a little bit more gravelly. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Wanna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Seems to share that trait with Gretchen. That is true. That is a very good point. Oh wow, do you think he'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Yeah. I'm gonna try and not put my voice through more than I need to right now. Really wish I'd made myself some tea earlier. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Also, water break. Maybe I'll run to the kitchen and make myself just a mug of hot water with some lemon in it. Don't have any honey left, but I do have some lemon. Well, lemon juice specifically. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. It's already pretty clean. Yes, ma'am. Here we go! That fucking door. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You felt this before, in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream, heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. Ah! Oh! I can set myself. Ah! Okay, is there any other? Nope. Okay, mystical. Snap yourself out of it. You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning into the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food, Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. It's a position of authority, where her height gives her a vantage point over everyone else. No one at this table does anything without her noticing. Oh god, I got a cough. One sec. It almost feels like, despite the presence of your friends, this is strictly a conversation between you and the doctor. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Yes, stew. Lie, the food's really good. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I'd know her a lot better if your family didn't seem to be so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but that old Edward Dean dad so young. Hopefully your mother was better about taking you to doctor's visits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over, hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. What were selling Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. So like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Did you think the dog could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. About Reese. Does no one in this town have two parents? What exactly does he have? I feel better if you guys see people more often. Yeah. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Do you think Reese might feel better if he got to see people more often? No. I'm his doctor and his mother. You are someone who met him for the first time less than half an hour ago. One of us is a little more qualified to make decisions about his life. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I mean, as okay as I usually do. So, still kind of shitty. But I don't think having people over has been as rough on my health as you thought it might be. It's been really nice. Hear that? Reese can hang out with friends again. If you're still feeling okay after dinner, maybe you can even come ghost hunting with. Ow! Jeez, Kanika, what was that for? Don't push it, Stella. Just say that next time instead of kicking me. Your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. They're not arbitrary. These rules are in place for a good reason. Tell me how great you feel in an hour when the exhaustion catches up to you, Reese. You'll be knocked out all evening and regretting every minute of this, let me assure you. As if I would regret being able to see other people for the first time in months. I don't care what happens, it was worth it. Yeah. Last night when Rosalina got hurt. I mean, that is true. You're a doctor. Where were you last night when Rosalina got hurt? I'm a doctor, not an EMT. But once she's back in town, I expect we'll be seeing a lot of each other. She won't be the first amputee I've treated, so at least I have some experience. Poor kid. It's gonna be a tough adjustment. I just hope I can be helpful to her. Poor Rosalina. I think she'll be just fine. Oscar said she seemed in high spirits. Pain meds will do that. You see any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods at night? Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? Have you seen any sick animals lately? Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Any sick animals lately? Yeah, have you seen any weird hairless creatures scurrying around the woods at night? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods after dark, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been what? There are these things called ditchlings. There are these things called ditchlings, and they've been preying on the local wildlife, and Mossy and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, I see. Some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there laying eggs in animals and doing God knows what else. And here I thought you've finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she's managed to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories. Neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy, and their faces, they're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your grisly faces, so you've started to see them out everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside is just raccoons or... Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. Aside from Reese's mom staring down at the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It could help our investigation into the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what, the mind collapse? Your little ghouls? I think this is best left to professionals, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggle to explain. Maybe if we knew there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as the tragic accident it was, not some kind of mystery to unravel. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not like something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. I'm gonna take another sip of water. I'm gonna have to get more water in a minute. Okay. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? Silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Mossy is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom just to have friends, so... Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. You're supposed to do... He seemed fine before dinner. We'll get out of your way. Let's just go. We have stuff to do anyways. Good, then go away and do it so I can focus on taking care of my son. Three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Um, yeah. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those, yeah. Another one of those carvings is somewhere in there, I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if what the carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Mossy got. Yeah, do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction? Like, related to what you felt in there? If he did, why wouldn't Dr. Kelly have it? It makes more sense if he just has a genetic condition, assuming there isn't any foul play. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. Can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's just get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Cool. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. 2 minutes. And just go get some more water. So, hello all, I'm back. Get myself readjusted. There we go. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Kanika is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of the night is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Man, it sucks. I was planning on playing some... Oh, hey, Wayne! I didn't notice you the first time I played through this. I was planning on playing some demos that I have downloaded. But, maybe I still will later on, but I'm gonna give my voice a rest after this. Drink just buckets of tea with lemon. But you know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, and you can feel it stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. Delight. If it gives you any trouble, you can just punch it. Hell yeah, dude. No, you can't. Whatever's in there is beyond your abilities to physically conquer. Alright. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, are you back there? Are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library, it's against the rules. It's after hours, rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosaline is situated in the back room. Alexis is gonna keep her company while we hopefully get all this sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. You just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may have never found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Yeah, let's go with mystical. There's something back there. I can feel it.
Really?
So exciting. I can't wait to finally see a ghost. Yeah, exciting is a word. We'll see how you two feel about that once things get started. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone.
Wait, what about Tabby?
What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me.
Hey, human! Kick ghost ass, okay? All my stuff in there.
Aw, thanks, Pixel. Looks like the sun has almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back in Sash for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! Oh, Rosalina. You're not doing this without me. There's a ghost. I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hey, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina, you're not supposed to be out of bed. Yeah, what the hell? You're seriously injured. Exactly. You should just rest. We'll have this taken care of in a few hours. I've done enough resting. It's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The answer is no, Rosa. You need to rest. As if. I can't get any rest in that crappy little back room. I want our house back. I'm coming with you. Crappy? Since when use language like that? And we have this taken care of. Nearly half the town is here to help. What are you gonna do, old man? You can't stop me. I'm injured, remember? I'm not that old. You better turn around or I'll ground you. Dad, I'm pretty sure I'm as grounded as I can get. And I'm fine. This doesn't even hurt. I don't feel anything. That's because you're on painkillers. Rosa, it doesn't mean that... But Rosalina ignores him, grimacing, but confident as she hobbles forward on her crutches. Oscar says and does nothing to stop her. Okay. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. And there's that feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house. But whether it's a ghost or something worse, you cannot know. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. It could be important to evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Oh, hey, Tabby. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get the show on the road. I don't have all night. Tabby! Great, she's here. Wow, Mossy, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know? Yeah, I know. We all know. Mossy, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? She's my cousin. She just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. I like her, we're friends, I'm just placating her. Yeah, she just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. Yeah, I'm looking out for my cousin. If y'all are going to drag Mossy into dangerous situations every night, you'll have to deal with having a chaperone. Got it? Okay, sure. The mine was definitely dangerous, but a haunted house? Come on, this is one of the least dangerous things someone can do. It's basically a slumber party. I don't know, Kanika. I usually don't see much action out in the woods, and you know Mossy and I both wound up in a pretty hairy situation Monday night. I don't think we can rule out the possibility of grave danger. Exactly. I'm not underestimating how much danger Mossy can find himself in, even while walking through a perfectly normal house. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Well, wait, is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I got a snap pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't even very scary. Shouldn't you have seen it? Ghost is just scared because I'm here. Yeah, wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? Oop, one sec. I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified. Sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost? Yeah, why not? The ghost is just scared because I'm here. It knows that it doesn't stand a chance. I didn't realize muscles were supposed to be some sort of paranormal deterrent. They are if you're Mossy. Maybe it's chill. I know if I were a ghost, I'd be mad chill. If you saw what I'd seen, I don't think you'd be saying that. That's an interesting point, though. What if ghosts usually are friendly and they're only terrifying because they don't know how to be anything else? Yeah, like, I know if I were a ghost, I'd just vibe, but what if my vibes were bad and I didn't know it? I shudder to think of the possibilities. What did you rope me into, Mossy? Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold, it's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you've scrubbed the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of a summoning ritual. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Nobody ever gets to learn how to clean things. Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Yeah. Something is crying for help. Huh. You might be onto something, Mossy. Wonder if the blood spells something out on the floor underneath. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Nope. We're going down the right. We're not going down the right. Nope. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted. All right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is underneath that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. Water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. And then all hell breaks loose. And I'm taking another sip of water. One sec. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. At least physically, this is Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as if you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Some friend Stella turned out to be. She keeps ditching me. Is fading some kind of weird family thing? It was the ghost. Okay, what the hell's going on? Yeah, okay, what the hell is going on? Maybe it's another gas pocket, or mold, or something shaken loose by the collapse yesterday. I don't know. This isn't exactly a normal occurrence for me. Now let's get the hell out of here before the bad air gives us brain damage. Your cousin marches you to the front door and opens it. What does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. There shouldn't be a door there. Oh, what? Wait, we're not done ghost hunting. Leave with Tabitha. What if the others are passed out in Oscar's house or somewhere deeper in the library? What if the others are passed out in Oscar's house or somewhere deeper into the library? I know you like to play hero, but us getting those kids out of the mine last night was dumb luck, and we shouldn't have done it. At the very least, we shouldn't push our luck here. Going back for them won't do them any good. If they're not outside or in the library, we'll call the cops and let them take care of it. We don't want to wind up passing out again. We're of no use to anyone like that. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. And we're in hell. Huzzah. Something isn't right. Yeah, no shit. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This... Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. It's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Did we die? Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Excuse me? It was just normal cream soda, and you had it hours ago. This has nothing to do with me. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Ah, still fucking so creepy. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? The lover. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Holy shit, Stella, you scared me. Oh yeah, let's do all the mystical ones. Eddie, it's Charlie. The presence. Oh, we're getting some insight now. What? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edward Dean now. I'm not a child anymore. Edward Dean? Eddie? You've got to be kidding me. This isn't Stella's physical lover. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I wasn't sure I was ever gonna come back. Oh yeah, let's do let's play along and see if we can't get some more backstory unlocked. It has been a long time, hasn't it? Oh, one sec. It has been a long time, hasn't it? I wasn't sure I was ever gonna come back, but I'm glad I did. It's good to see you. What are you? I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Oh, can I snap her out of it? Don't you always want to see the coast? Now's your chance, we can just leave. Yeah, let's try. I'm gonna try and snap her out of it. You grab the lover by the shoulders, attempting to shake her from her trance. But as you try to pull her shoulders, it's as if she's held back by invisible ropes. Snap her out of it harder. You pull with all your strength, digging your heels into the strange, shifting earth beneath you. Oh my god, it worked! You feel the invisible rope snap. Help! Get me out of here! It hurts! Oh boy. You can hear the ropes tighten again around her. Your physical strength is meaningless here. Oh my god. Stella! Can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up! She can't. She's clearly possessed. Screw your family, screw my family. Why are we letting the choices made by our fathers destroy our lives too? Tabitha stares at you, speechless. You should just get out of town while you still can. Wherever you came back for is not worth it. Let her go, spirit. Ooh. Let her go, spirit. And there she goes. Be gone from me, demon! She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. We're going after Stella. We have to go after Stella. Yes, we have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into this weird garden, greenhouse, whatever it is. She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. I'm going after Stella. You don't have to come with me. You push forward, ignoring Tabitha's grip on your arm as you follow the path through the thick foliage. The two of you are met by a closed door standing in the middle of the garden's greenery. That's ominous. Let's try it. Yeah, let's open the door. You step forward and open the door. Boy, here we go. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. A shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? messed up. We need help. God, please let this go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... The person is cut off by the dial screen of a disconnected call. Wait, she couldn't hear a word I said. It's like we're on our own. Yo, Jesus Christ. Mother. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus, Rosalinda, you scared the shit out of me. Mom. Maybe we should run him out on the rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Brush the shade in the corner? Huh. You know? Fuck it. I'ma deck you in the schnoz in a single playthrough with powerful build to use violence. Okay. Is the shadowy figure in the corner dictating the flow of events? The last thing you're going to do is wait to find out. You plant your feet against the ground and launch yourself into a powerful tackle. Only you don't actually go anywhere. It's suddenly as if the floor beneath you has become a treadmill. Try though you might, you find yourself comically running in place. Man, that's some nightmare logic right there. I hate that. What are you doing? I'm just stretching. Trying to deck that ghost in the face, but it won't let me. If I can't punch the ghost, what's the point? I'm trying to deck that ghost in the face, but it won't let me. I'm no expert in ghost physics, but even if it let you move, would you really be able to do anything to it? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were my children too. My boy was in there. How should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Why aren't we possessed? Mama, what's the man talking about? Why hasn't Daddy come home yet? Or are these the Shaws? Again, where are you supposed to be this time? Charlie, just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dog here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that 5 suitcase of yours? They said when he's not here, I'm the man of the house, so you need to push us around, mister. Yeah, this is despicable. Charles Shaw wasn't even responsible for the collapse in the first place. Excuse me? Even if that were true, stuff that happened a century ago is irrelevant. You and I had nothing to do with it. To admit that the Scarlets had a hand in the collapse, I think the ghost might feel differently. To admit that the Scarlets had a hand in the collapse? I don't know. Do you think that's something they tell their kids? It doesn't even matter anyways. It's done is done. It's not like we can change what our ancestors did, if they even did it. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you lock them in the lines too, instead of blazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive treasures. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. He wants revenge on your family, that's why we aren't possessed. Yeah, he wants revenge on your family, that's why we aren't possessed. Neither of us have done anything wrong. It's been over 100 years since the collapse. It's okay, Charlie. We can make new ones even better than these. Good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Jesus. Mother and the mob are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Who did on the phone earlier? Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? So many ditchlings here. I guess there's only one way to get to the end of this, shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step to the void. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming massive in the tainted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fish from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. Nah, I hate it. The witch! Wait! Isn't she in the same pose as Sybil's avatar usually is? Like Sybil's character, isn't she usually in that, like, the hands holding in front of her? Oh! I knew it! I fucking knew it! I knew Sybil is like a 100-year-old witch who cursed the Scarlet family. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. And not only that, I still think, like, she is the witch that Enoch went to initially.
You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Everdeen, haven't you?
Ooh, this one's the witch spooky. Back off, lady. I don't know you, and if you know what's good for you, you don't know me either.
I don't suppose you actually know who we're supposed to be talking to here, do you? Because I'm at a loss. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, or what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it?
Is Stella a descendant of the Shaws? I'm gonna make that prediction now. So Edwardine and Charlie. All I want is to get out of space. Do you have any ideas?
Don't talk about my family. And I don't need life advice from someone old broad. Old broad youngins? Whoever talking to us been dead for a really, really long time. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. It's not for lack of desire as well.
Man, I really hope that didn't, like, drown out the fucking dialogue.
It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you?
What do you know about Enoch? We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. Tabitha stares ahead in riveted silence. The powers that work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding you here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. The witch mime's handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Ooh. I don't understand. I don't understand. Is this a map and some kind of poem? That's where you'll find them. You need her there. And be careful. Wait, a map, them. Ooh, they're the seals. They're the fucking seals. And only our family, the Scarlets, could, I don't know, unlock them, I think? I still feel like they're a door or something, like keeping something in prison, but maybe the thing they're keeping imprisoned is our fucking family. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. But I also do think that Sybil is still secretly evil. So I think maybe Sybil wants the seals, like, unlocked or something? I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Oh, look, it's Wayne. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Is the resident Sybil? Oof. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Yeah, let's talk to him. Yeah, are you Sam Wayne or are you something else? Stop asking it questions. Just stop interacting with the thing at all, okay? So cold, Tabitha. After everything we've been through, to have you treat me like a stranger? Shut up! What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Mossy. I don't think that girl is any good for you. Stella, was that her name? Seems she's skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Jesus Christ. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. Are you okay? Who the hell is he? Yeah, Tabitha, who the hell is he? If you see it again, ignore it. Better yet, run away. Come on, we need to keep moving. If that thing got in, there must be a way out. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined with bottles and rails. Yeah, why? A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. What is that moaning? Is that crying? As the caretaker is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. The father lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away, and sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So, we know that... I hate that. So we know he was an alcoholic. Charles Shaw's dad. I need to make like a chart of the Shaw and Scarlet families. This is the dad played by a dad. Yeah, let the spirit talk. You quietly wait and let the spirit continue. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Right. Oh, what bullshit. Something on your mind? What do you know about Enoch? You need to learn how to let things go. For what you did to our family, we could have just started over someplace new, but instead you became the son of a bitch the Scarlet made you out to be. Yeah, just let him talk. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hands. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Murderer? Oh yeah, I guess the mind collapse. I'm guessing this request didn't really pan out. I'll see what I can do. After seeing with Rosa and before seeing with Stella. I'll see what I can do. Get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back. And at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. I'll go back. Jesus. You watch as the father's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost's so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. Yeah, boy. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. The lover stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. I think I'm going to be sick. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Of course, it's a present. When you look at it, you can remember all the fun we've had. So now you and Stella are both doing baby voices. Don't expect me to let you live this down if we get out of here. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Dang, even Possessed Stella's out here trying to monetize hobbies. That's the plan. I want to be a traveling performer. Why don't you come with me? We can go from town to town putting on shows for other kids. Guess that didn't work out for him. Traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to the towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Of course. We can go anywhere you want. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Yee. There. Are you down now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. Ha! Hey, dude. Hey there, Charlie. Yeah, we're missing Avery because we haven't gotten close to him. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trap door in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. Trap door. Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one of us is going to open it? I'm scared. Maybe I am too, but you better not tell anybody I said that. Yeah, open the trap door. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumbling through. How's the stream been? Whose hangout did you get before the ghost hunt? We hung out with Tabitha earlier, so we're closer to her. We went to that empty house that she likes to hang out in. And then we had dinner with Reese. I still hate his mom. And now we're getting possessed. Well, we aren't getting possessed, but we're experiencing Oscar's House of Horrors. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Yep. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy to get... Yep. Oof. Eddie? Yee. Yep. 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 Oh god. I'm so sorry. Sorry, just making sure the volume is okay. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? So Grandma Eddie was a murderer. Are we in hell? Yeah. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? Girl. What now? Do you repent? Do you for your crimes? Names are back to normal. They must not be in character anymore. Their names are back to normal. They must not be in character anymore. Maybe it's getting weaker. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Or maybe it's getting stronger. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please, I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No. No, no, it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! You can't actually make either of us do anything, can you? You can't actually make either of us do anything, can you? I can keep you here, and I can do whatever I want with them. You can refuse, but if you do, then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I am owed. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life, and I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? You aren't seriously entertaining this thing, are you? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. Oh, there we go. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? Wait, we didn't have to give up any of our life. I don't think. Or maybe, no, she turned up and then we had to make the choice. That's right. All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. Jeez Louise. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. I agree with Sybil, Tabitha. You should be the one to handle this. Ooh. Not leaving before I put this thing to rest. I'm with Tabitha. Neither of us owe this. I don't want to. That's the thing. I already gave up some of my years last playthrough. So I, for the sake of taking a different route, I don't want to do the same thing this time. Let's go with let's just leave. Agreed. Agreed. Sybil, you got in here. Can you get us out? Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely, this is not our problem. If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement, even if all your senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. Huh. So there is the option to not give up any of our lives. Any of our life. Interesting. You do as she says, closing your eyes. Suddenly the sounds and tactile sensations of the spirit realm feel much more distant, as though you've partially awoken from a terrible dream. Good. Now feel for the stairs. You fumble in the darkness, grasping the air in front of you. Your palm meets wood with a solid thunk. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands. I found it! You begin your ascent. Good work, you two. You're doing great. Jesus Christ. You place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes, seeing what feels like a superposition of the real and the fake. Don't let it trick you again, as powers are already struggling to maintain their grip on you. Oh god, is my freaking... No, my bandwidth is still good, so why is the frame rate suddenly dropping? Or my mouse is lagging, I should say. You continue. You feel the door frame under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. We're almost out. I knew it. I knew this ghost wasn't a big deal. It's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit, Tabitha. Jesus. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and library. The real world swims closer and closer to being back in focus. The doors! Come on, Mossy, we're almost there. You and Tabitha fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. Shall not be visited upon the sun. Reject the burden of your family's sins. Interesting. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality, I've got a lot to ponder. See Rosalina, see Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. Finally, we're out of the fun house. But the spirit remains. Yeah, see? Sort of same posture as when Kanika was possessed. But the spirit remains. It would have been much better to banish the thing. It spread from the annex to the entire building. Anyone who steps foot in there might be subjected to its torment. Not my problem, not Mossy's problem. I don't want anyone else in town to have to experience that. That was awful. We'll board the place up and hey, there was a gas leak. There, fixed it. Rosalina pain meds are in there. I hope Dr. Kelly is still awake. We'll need replacements right away, especially after everything that just happened. And we'll have to figure out where we're going to stay. Oh god, this was such a disaster. You and Rosalina could always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez. That's a very kind offer, Alexis, but I'm afraid the stairs would be too much for Rosalina. And I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. There is an empty house that we know about, Tabitha. Jesus. Any ideas, Tabitha? Is there a room at the estate? I'm really sorry we couldn't get rid of your ghost. Don't let your pride get in the way of a roof. Tabitha was right there. If anyone has benefited from what our family's done, it's her. I wasn't about to give up part of my life. I wasn't about to give up part of my life. I can't trust the ghost outbuilds in a deal. We could handle the uncertainty of an early death. We need to regroup and think about our options. Pending doom. I made a huge mistake. Do you think the ghost would let me back in for a do-over? That would be ill-advised. The spirit is much stronger now than it was when you made your choice. If you went back in there, I can only imagine its demands of you would be that much steeper. It's just a house. And we don't even own it. Oh wait, I hope they can get Pixel out. I hope Pixel's okay. We don't even own it. I'm not going to let you sacrifice years of your life for a rental. It's done, Mossy. We all should just accept what happened and move on. Yeah, any ideas, Tabitha? Your cousin grumbles. I don't usually do this sort of thing. The properties we own are for minors, but there is a house that's vacant right now that might be suitable. You know the old Maxwell place? What? You can't be serious. That place is falling apart. Can you let us stay in the house that you showed me this morning? Yeah, for reals, Tabitha. Jesus. See, this is why I wasn't nice to her in the initial playthrough. This playhouse. What's wrong with the place we hung out in this morning? Yeah, can't you let them stay in that house you showed me this morning? But that's my house. The old Maxwell place is fine for the time being. It's okay, Mossy. We're not going to be picky. Look, I'll tell you what. I won't even make you pay rent for the first... Well, for fuck's sake, Tabitha. I don't understand why anyone likes this bitch. Consider it repayment for not literally giving up my soul to get rid of a ghost that wasn't causing any problems until the two of you lived there. Ha! That's funny. I thought it was your family that pissed off the ghost. Thank you, Rosalina. Cousin furiously pulls out a key ring before picking one off and handing it to Oscar. Thank you. That really means a lot to me and Rosalina. Now, if all of you don't mind, I'm going to go home. I think I've had enough social interacting for a lifetime tonight. Finish up whatever you have to do here. I'll wait by the car. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I think the ghosts are actually real. I mean, I know we don't have any hard evidence on us, but we all vividly experienced the same thing. Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excitedly rattling off theories by now. Oh, she's just standing there by herself. That doesn't like her. Yeah, is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's just standing off by herself. Which, like, fair. That'd be a normal reaction for anyone else who'd just seen a ghost. This is Stella we're talking about. Yeah, let's go talk to Stella. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Mossy. I'm here if you need me. There was another one of those carvings in there. So I guess ghosts actually are real. Sorry I couldn't get it. Yeah. You okay? Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. Okay. Peace out. She hurries off down the road. If she still is possessed, I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. Guess she hit her limit. She'll be fine. Yeah, I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. God, what a disaster. What a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library now. I hope the cat's okay. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? What was it like being possessed? Were you all conscious at the time? What do we do about the library? We ran into Wayne in one of the rooms. Yeah, I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? That creep threatened her? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. Mouse, stop lagging. Yeah, he also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary. I mean, they're kind of soft, right? Probably wouldn't be that hard to crush. Maybe. Didn't he say anything else to you? Or did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Mossy for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you're right, and there's another one in the clinic... I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There will be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Oscar. I'm really sorry, Rosalina. It's okay. Worse things have happened to people and the price was just too high. I'll find a way to pick things up. I know you did everything you could for us, Mossy. Probably was smart not to trust that ghost anyways. You won't have to do it alone, Oscar. You can help yourself to whatever you need from the store. This is a good town full of good people, Mossy. We won't let this ruin Oscar. Yeah, what do we do about the library? We can always board it up until the ghost goes away, right? The mats were boarded up and that just made us want to go down there even more. We can't just tell them it's mega haunted. Even if folks believe us, they'll just make them want to investigate for themselves. Let's take a page out of Tabitha's book. We'll say there's a gas leak. That should do the trick, at least for a while. Sybil, is there a chance this goes away on its own? Not really an authority on these things, but doesn't seem interested in fading away. Okay, that's all then. We board it up, we say there was a gas leak. And just hope no one gets curious, I guess. It's the best we can do for now. Yeah, so I did all of these in my other playthrough, so... Oh, shit. I guess I should probably head back. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't know how long it'll take to get things ready in the new place. It'll be all over later tonight. I'll be over later tonight with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, okay? Thank you, that really means a lot. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika warily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight. Let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Mossy. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Time to wrap things up here. Let's go back to the estate. You ride back. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night's events and your decision to leave the haunting intact. Do you think we did the right thing? Still second-guessing yourself? Don't waste your energy. It's like Sybil said, it's done, and there's nothing we can do about it other than move on. Jesus Christ, girl. For the record, yeah, I think we did the right thing. So I guess ghosts are real? Yeah, I guess so. Feels like people should be making a bigger deal about this. It's pretty terrifying to think about. Yeah, how do you feel about that? The same as I felt before we went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it. And I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Why the fuck does anyone like this goddamn bitch? God! She's the worst! You slide back into silence. Like, sure, Pearl-Ann gave her a bad upbringing, but for fuck's sake! You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. I regret trying to be nice to her. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. Wayne, really talk. Do you think Stella's okay, like, emotionally? I don't know about you, but I feel pretty traumatized right now. Yeah, I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Your cousin sighs. What do you want to know? It's actually going to... Why is he following me? Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. You really don't want to be talking about him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? Yeah, you really don't want me talking about him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Do you think he's actually going to go out? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No. He's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Did you kill him? He's obviously not dead, so no. Also, thanks for accusing me of murder. Love that. What's gonna happen to the library? It'll stay boarded up until a real ghost hunter comes in or something. Or maybe Charlie will just get fed up and disappear. I don't know how ghosts work. And it's not our problem anyway. The important thing is, we both got out of there. And even though everybody got banged up, nobody died. I won't even charge Oscar and Rosalina much rent for the old Maxwell place. Out of the kindness of my heart. Yeah, real fucking kind of you there. I'm sure they'll find something soon. God, I wish we could call her out on her bullshit right now. Yeah, how did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? I don't know about you, but I feel pretty traumatized right now. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Will this be a lesson to you, Mossy? Do you think Stella is going to be okay, like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. Oof, I got a cough. 1 sec. She's a pest. And like all pests, she has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. Again, why the fuck do people like this character? Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. Like, I get it. She's traumatized, but she's still being a goddamn bitch about everything. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. Oh, God. I'm committed to being nice to her in this playthrough, but let it be known. Me, the fucking player, hates this bitch. Can't tell me what to do. I'll do my best. And then we never have to see each other again. You know, I don't have... Yeah. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice, not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Jesus. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Jeez Louise. So yeah. And also to give more credence to the prediction. Okay, so I do think Stella is a descendant. With her dynamic with Tabitha, I think Stella is a descendant of the Shaws. Potentially somehow. Because she also got possessed... Or no, she got possessed by Edward Dean. So maybe not. I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of connection there. But I do, like... Sybil is definitely like a 100-year-old witch who is... She's like secretly the one pulling the strings behind everything. I feel like. Because to give more credence to that theory, the witch was played by Kanika, her daughter, and her pose was the same that Sybil was like super similar, or the same that Sybil is usually in. So, but yeah, God, our family sucks. Tabitha sucks too. Like, Jesus. Save. Okie doke. But here we go. Okay, well that was episode 3 on hardcore mode. So I will stream. I'm thinking about streaming episode 4 tomorrow, but I do have something later in the evening, so it would probably end up being a late stream, but we'll see. Either way, I'm gonna take the rest of the... I was gonna stream more, but my throat is still kind of screwed up, so I'm gonna take the rest of the day to rest. In the meantime, everyone, I hope everyone checks out my YouTube channel, follows me on Blue Sky and everything for when I plan on streaming. And yeah, my YouTube channel, it's the exact same as Mossy Games 333, and it's the same profile picture and everything. I'll have episode 2 of the hardcore mode playthrough uploaded. I'll upload it today, and then I'll see if I can get both of these episodes uploaded today. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, bye.